Douglas Schaefer does not want his children to take state exams, and he says this is his right.
I have a huge problem with that.
But 2 weeks ago, he learned his children would be punished for his decision.
The glaring thing that kept coming up is that anytime any child selected not to take the exam, that they were forced just literally to sit and stare and do nothing for basically 500 minutes.
Schaefer has 6 children in the North Syracuse Central School District. He started doing some research, and that's when he learned that many nearby districts do not implement the sit and stare policy.
Outrage is probably the best term to use.
Schaefer and his wife took to social media, creating a Facebook page. And within a week, more than 100 members, all sharing the same concerns, began emailing and calling the district, asking for change. Today, they got a response. This is the letter that Superintendent Annette Speech sent to parents earlier today, telling them about the change in policy. Previously, students who were planning to refuse to take the state examinations were going to be forced to report to a testing room where they'd have to sit and stare. Now they'll have to report to that testing room, but they will be allowed to read.
I was extremely pleased with that. My wife had tears.
Other parents have been emailing NewsChannel 9 who are not pleased with their district's policies. In Baldwinsville, this parent received a letter saying her children will be forced to sit and stare if they refuse to take the test. And parents are speaking up in Phoenix. Children there will be forced to take a locally created exam if they refuse the test. Schaefer says parents' biggest frustration is that there are other options.
That's sitting in the library, testing room, reading a book, as long as they're not distractive, and that's fine, and that's perfectly understandable and acceptable not to distract any other children who are taking the tests.
Schaefer says today's news is a win for North Syracuse, but he says the battle continues across New York State. Rachel Polanski, News Channel 9.